So in this video, we've got tons of things to cover today. In the first thing, I'm going to go through the Jupiter Eco, and I'm going to go through a few of the tokens which I am majorly bullish about. And they're all on pretty good levels right now as well for all of you degenerates out there like me. So first things first, I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room, okay? And that is Pump.fun. The Pump.fun chart played me, boys. I got played by Pump.fun. I got caught with a Jewish fake out, right? We tapped the 1618, which was kind of expected. What we didn't expect is for this thing to come all the way down to the 0.5, which is the exact buy zone of the original Pump.fun buy zone, right? And guess what? Pump.fun have full ported this dip right here, okay? I'm gonna pull it up on my screen right here. They full ported the dip again with another like 200K, basically the rest of their war chest. And then today they're gonna have another 200K as well. So I'm interested to see if they're gonna actually hold this level here. And then obviously I actually had a look and I've seen that it's either Thursdays or Wednesdays, which Pump.fun like to come up with announcements. So I'm still expecting an announcement anytime soon. I'm sidelined on this move here, but I support every single person who is involved in this trade because I do think it's still a Jenny trade as well. It's going to be a hated rally. And I actually took the liberty of having a look on June and have a look at how much money Pump.fun make. Actually, still to this day, make $300,000. They're doing about $300 of buybacks every single day at the moment. And what many people don't realize, even I was surprised to see just how much money they were making at all-time high. The amount of money they were making at all-time high is actually ridiculous from any company which I've ever seen. I don't think I've seen a more profitable company in crypto, to be honest. I don't think I've seen it. All-time high was like $10 million. So at all-time high, they were doing $10 million a day. I think they had 4 days where they did $10 million. And the average they were making is about $1.3 million. And now it's down to about 300K. That's absolutely ridiculous. And if you go through June, you can find it yourself. It's june.com. But right now at 300K is very good. But I know for a fact that people will rotate back to Pump.fun very, very fast. Faster than you may think. I know people think that nobody cares about this platform ever. No, people care about money and they care about volume. Even yesterday, guys, I didn't really appreciate the Munich launch, but I was still trading it, right? I was still clicking the buttons because at the end of the day, you have to follow the volume, right? Now, in terms of the tokens which I am most bullish about, okay, I actually ended up stumbling across this Bubbles token, which is absolutely blasting off right now, right? And as you know about tokens which gain volume and have charts like this on Jupiter, they tend to perform extremely well. Now, as always, guys, we'll start off the video with a little disclaimer here. Nothing in this video is financial advice. Always consult a financial advisor before seeking financial advice and read the disclaimers down below. You must remember that everything in crypto is extremely hard to make money. Most people lose money, and that doesn't mean that you are guaranteed success just because you're following some random YouTuber online. I'm simply telling you what I'm doing and what I'm passionate about, okay? One of the tokens I'm extremely passionate about right now is Bubbles, right? I actually noticed, and this is why you should be scanning Twitter 24/7, that around here, about 700K, right? This pump right here, okay? We was actually getting a lot of push from the team of Jupiter. Now, you guys remember that Jupiter actually said, Meow specifically, that the main thing he can do right now is just support projects, okay? That doesn't mean supporting by blasting a ton of money or making sure that the chart goes up. We've seen yesterday with Meow Star, somebody literally brought a star, but the token didn't actually take off. It didn't do crazy well. Round trip like $12,000 on that thing, pulled out like 4K, okay? Doesn't mean that's guaranteed success. But some tokens will emerge out of this exposure and they will have success, okay? And we actually seen that Bubbles had that success. Now, yesterday, I tweeted on my Twitter. You can follow me, the Crypto King. Shout out all the people that are watching on Twitter. It's the first Twitch stream that I've done. We've already got 300 viewers already, okay? And you can see they actually announced from my whale wallet, okay, that I actually purchased $18,000 of this. Initially, it was only 8,000. It went up to 18,000, okay, of this token. I announced it 15 hours ago. Since then, the token has done a 4x in price. Okay, we're sat at about 3.7 million. And tokens like this tend to do well. In fact, if you guys remember, last time we looked at Priceless, okay, I've actually rotated out of Priceless now because even though I am bullish on it and I really like the founder, you can't fight the market. And sometimes the market isn't really going to accept things. You need a lot of KOLs behind a token naturally for a token to have success. And there just isn't enough KOLs in Priceless. But you guys remember, we actually got into Priceless 200K. Priceless went to over 7 million at all-time high and then had another rise to about 5 million, okay? Now, if Priceless went to 7 million with not that many KO, okay, and not that many backing. And obviously it's not a cult yet. I'm interested to see just how far Bubbles goes. Now, if you go onto Twitter and you look at the Bubblehead community, you can actually see that inside the Bubblehead community, they already have 680 members. Now, if you want to go over and join the Bubblehead community and me, you can go over here, join it already, change your PFP. There's already 680 people to do so. Now, if we compare this cult to other cults, you'll actually remember, if you're an absolute OG, that there was another cult on chain, okay, with a similar actual story, right? You have a look at this token, and the token name is Cat with Mask. Okay, now if you have a look at Cat with Mask, it's still at 8 million, and at all-time high, this went to all-time high of 27 million. Okay, these things get extremely volatile. Now, I want to remind you guys that meme coins have no ceiling, right? There's two separate styles of trading. One is trenching. You guys see every single day we trench, we take wild swings. We go up to fucking 200 Solana, 300 Solana, whatever, back down, back up. It's huge swings. But when you have a look at these types of plays, size plays, a lot of people kind of prefer these plays because they just perform a little bit better, right? Now, Cat with Mask topped out at 28 million. You'll also see another call called Troll on Pump.fun, and this call is set at 49 million, okay? And we've been charting this thing since 2 million. Okay, imagine that. We've been charting this thing to 2 million, and it's at 49 million, our all-time high of 72 million. Okay, so these tokens can perform very well in the right market conditions. Right now, I do think it's the right market conditions. Regardless of what happens in the macro, we already know that Fed rate hikes aren't going to be a thing. We also know that stable coins are at an all-time high. You know, governments are investing into Bitcoin. We also see countries invest into Bitcoin. The presidents invest into Bitcoin, looking at Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. The list goes on for the macro. And even if BTC has a slight pullback, you guys remember even last cycle when BTC pulled back 30%, meme coins were still doing extremely well. In fact, I'm actually outperforming just holding Solana, okay, by rotating into these majors. I have a portfolio, I'll rotate in and out of these majors with size, and it's performing very well because these things can do a 3-4x, and Solana at this stage just isn't going to do a 3-4x. So it's actually very impressive what's happening right now. So those are my main bags. Now, you guys will also probably know, if you've been following this channel for a while, that my major conviction play, being Uranus coin, is also on a nice dip right now. We've been in this thing since about 30 million. It's sat at about 50 million. It's on a dip, and these dips are getting chewed up. Like, I haven't seen a token perform this strong in this 50 to 70 million dollar range. If you look at Troll looks very similar, but Troll was also in accumulation for a lot longer, right? This thing was only been in accumulation for like 2 or 3 weeks. These tokens, I'm really enjoying this type of stuff. Really enjoying this type of stuff. You guys know I like to do size plays, round trip a lot, hold a lot, and there is stages where holders get rewarded. I know there's stages where, you know, holders get nuked on, they don't have a lot of success, but sometimes there are stages where holders get rewarded. And when holders get rewarded, that's when the market gets the most bullish point, because you have whales like me, which will start blasting new creations because we just have Solana on the sidelines. That's when the whole entire market gets to a sweet stage. So they're my list of tokens right now. That's kind of the things that I'm bullish on. I'm interested to know in the chat. You guys can let me know. What are your thoughts? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? I'm not bothered. I told you guys what my thoughts are, but I'm interested to see what your guys' thoughts are, and then we'll get away with it, okay? Now, you can also see here, I actually have a list of trading principles. Now, this is something which I'm going to start keeping up on my stream for something to have a look at. These are my trading principles. You can screenshot, you can use it how you want to as well, okay? Now, someone said bullish on NEAT. Let me have a look at NEAT. Yeah, NEAT's on the move, right? NEAT's also on the move. If you notice, what's this, a pump from major? Yeah, it's a pump from major, right? So it's hard for me to conceptualize pump for not being bullish when all the majors are pumping. Yeah, it looks very good as well. In my opinion, NEAT is a little bit not as good, because I highly doubt Elon's going to max push NEAT as much as Bubble can get pushed by, you know, Jupiter Eco. You know, it's kind of one of those ones. But I get it. I get NEAT. Valentine Dev, SpaceX launch happening today. That's bullish for my bags. Did you fade 100% on Meowstar? Yeah, I faded Meowstar. I like it. I like the concept, but also I don't like being overexposed to meme coins. I get very giddy when I just have too many meme coins. So I like to pick a few and size in. And I don't judge it in terms of market cap. I judge it in terms of like exposure and how much exposure it can get. In fact, if we run a fib from here to the lows. You guys know I love my fibs. People say, oh, meme coins, fibs, whatever. You can see it aligns exactly with the same levels that prices reach. But again, meme coins have no ceiling. What do you think of the troll dip? It's going down to, it'll probably come all the way back down. It'll probably come all the way back down until we see Pump.fun, motion, right? But I do think there's some interesting stuff going on here. But let's do this, right? Let's do this as well. Guys, I'm going to put a link for the community right here. I'm going to put it inside of my Telegram channel, and I'm also going to put it inside of the YouTube stream chat as well. I'm going to share it around. Let's get some more members in this community. I also made a hybrid PFP as well. As you guys know, I'm bullish on both Pump and I'm also bullish on Jupiter. I didn't want to leave the CTO behind. I seen some guy message me on Twitter. He said, yo, I've made you one over here. One of my responses somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, look. Someone made me a PFP. Okay, so I joined the call. I find this thing very fucking fun. Someone said, shouldn't be smoking inside the helmet either. Don't drink and drive, smoke and fly. So I also said, still less dangerous than getting rug pulled. All right. So yeah, bubbleheads. Let's get some more people inside the bubbleheads community. I'm going to see if I can get my stream. I even forgot how to manage this one. I think it's here, right here. Is Asteroid the play? No. So I actually don't think Asteroid is the play. Okay. Because if you've been following the Twitter accounts of Jupiter, number one, it's a direct beta. Direct beta don't really perform too well. Number two, it can't say like drop at the end, right? That's insinuating that it's like a direct drop coin. If you notice, Uranus coin, it's separate to drop. It can't be like something drop. It's just not going to work, right? Next, okay, Meow is looking for culture, new metas, like unique metas as well, okay, and things that are just funny. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking for culture, new metas, and things that are just funny, okay? I'm bidding them hard.